Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for ScubaRadio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling the radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that ScubaRadio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for ScubaRadio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ in the studio with me, connected via the web. We got Jerry the Diver Guy and Casey the Tobacco Nut. So basically, we got the B team doing the show today.
Please kill me now.
No, Mermaid Kristen's not even here, but we have her in spirit.
I like
what,
our.
What are you talking about? We are the core group, the blood that pumps through this heart.
Yeah, they're the
carriers of the strength.
Right. No, when I say B team, I mean the bottom time team. Which is good for scuba diving.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
the only team that shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it's the A team, it's the A-hole team.
Wow.
Yeah. So we don't want that.
See, simple mistake of understanding there.
Right. See, you thought I was taking a shot at you guys.
Yeah,
no.
I think personally,
taking a shot right off the bat.
I think personally, you guys are the creme de la.
Okay, and that's definitely not a compliment.
The creme de la.
CJ's feeling looking a little green.
So Drunken Sailor is there in the studio with you already.
Tell you what, I don't know.
This is
That's
honestly
a drunken cock Johnson.
This
right.
is black coffee.
That's black coffee
It's
because
a little early.
Was Cock Johnson
Black coffee liqueur, maybe.
Well,
no, man, nothing. You know what? I did look. I didn't see any rum down in your liquor
well,
cabinet.
you didn't look hard enough.
I saw a ton of bourbon.
Yeah, there's that.
And I didn't want to go too far deep past all that.
Right.
There was a lot of bottles in there.
You wanted some rum for your coffee?
You are stocked up.
I you know what?
There's a lot of liquor, but that's not my thing for coffee, so.
Yeah. You could put anything in coffee, actually. It doesn't have to be rum. If you want to be a pirate, it has to be rum.
Yeah, I was looking for just a little shot of rum.
You could send me one of those bottles to go with my cigars.
No, I say
I'm sure you have plenty.
You send the cigars to go with our bourbon. I think that's how it works.
Oh, is that how that works?
It's harder to ship glass.
Correct. And there's that whole state line thing that you have to take into consideration.
He's in our state. What are you talking about?
Doesn't matter. It's still the mail. Hello.
I'm not sure that's how that works.
You're not helping, CJ.
Hey, look at that guitar. That's pretty.
It's pretty sweet. That's a pretty sweet axe right there. And you can see this on YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. Yeah, that's my baby. That's my baby. When I'm not diving, I'm on my surface interval playing my baby. So anyway, we do have some stories to talk about.
And you know what, Greg? If you can't play with a band, play with yourself.
Hey! All right. Well, I do that almost every day.
Well,
so
good for you. It's good for circulation.
Anyway, there is something that popped up on my radar. It came up on my social media feed of some movie posters that are coming out in the future, or possibly one of them I think is a total hose, and then the other one I think is legit.
I know what you mean.
The one that's a hose is a movie poster I got sent of Popeye the Sailor Man, and he looks like a monster. And I looked it up. This is like it's been circulating on the web for a while now. But Popeye is suffering from serious, effects of steroids. His muscles are, his knuckles are, dragging the ground. He looks more like a monster than Popeye is.
He looked pretty badass than the one I saw.
He looks pretty badass.
Like he would whoop your ass.
Definitely. But he doesn't look like the friendly Popeye that I grew up watching when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
ain't spinach.
It looks like he's gonna, pound the crap out of people. And but it ends up it's just some movie poster some graphic idiot put together and went viral online. And I was like, I don't know. I mean, is it time to bring Popeye back? Man, that'd be a good thing.
I liked Robin Williams as Popeye.
You like that
and
movie?
I thought Shelley Duvall was the perfect olive oil.
Really? You, my friend, are the
Back in,
only
like,
one.
1980.
That was hideous. That was a terrible movie.
It was before you were born, Jerry.
Yeah, that was
No,
probably the
I
only
was
Robin
born.
Williams movie I did not like. I thought that was ridiculous and stupid.
Maybe
So
It was
I don't
more
want to
of a
make you.
musical than anything.
I don't want to
I'm afraid
diminish.
I err with CJ. I thought it was pretty damn funny.
Really? Well, I don't want to
Yeah.
diminish either one of your opinions, but you guys are idiots.
Thank you. Hey, I've been called worse.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
You got nothing.
Yeah. B team. Told you at the beginning of the show. Anyway,
the
yeah,
butthole.
Popeye is
So Popeye's not real.
is not real, but the
Oh.
one that is real, which is even more shocking and probably even more relatable to scuba divers, is Aquaman 2 has been given the green light.
I can't believe after that first movie was such a turd.
No, that made a crap load of money for
They
DC.
are going to do another one.
No, Aquaman, the first one, actually is one of DC Comics' most successful films.
Really? That
Yeah.
just goes to show, man.
Now, Aquaman 2 got wrapped up in the old Johnny Depp, Amber Heard,
Amber Turd.
yes, trial, and got shelved. And I thought it was done. I didn't think, okay, they're not going to do this at all. But I guess for whatever reason, probably the writer's strike. Hey, we don't got any new stuff, so go ahead and bring this one back.
Well,
And then we throw this crap
you
out.
know how
to the
they get
public.
around her involvement? It's called editing.
That's they evidently she went from a major role to like just
We
a
don't
couple
need her.
minutes. Yeah, and maybe they figure enough time has passed since the trial that it won't come back to bite them in the butt. But
Well, you know what?
Bring her on the screen and then kill her.
yeah, I mean, the reason Barry the Bugger isn't here today, by the way, is because he's in the process of setting up his shrine to Jason Momoa of Aquaman because he got news and he just couldn't handle being on the show today, I think, because he heard that, hey, Aquaman 2 is coming out. My buddy Jason Momoa is out there.
He was like a kid on Christmas Eve.
And he didn't want to come on the air today and like just start crying, happy tears.
Too excited.
Yeah. And so he's taking a break today. So we can
I
talk
understand
smack about
he
him.
actually has a Halloween costume made of scales.
Really? So you think
Yes.
he's going to go as Jason Momoa, Aquaman?
Oh, I think so.
Okay. All right. Well, one can, paint that mental picture in their mind if they so
We-
But
choose.
you
we
just
don't
have
wanna
to
paint
picture
that picture,
one
period.
really big 6-pack. Okay, just one of the 6.
Or
Okay.
maybe a pony keg.
I think it'd be more
Yeah, there you go.
more like that. It actually might just be a 6-pack of beer that he's holding against his stomach. That's probably the best he's going to be able to do.
Disturbing.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but I don't know. I mean, I like the fact that at least we have a superhero we can rally behind as scuba divers.
Who would
I mean,
be Barry's
Aquaman.
stunt double? I'm thinking Danny DeVito.
Okay, that would be one.
Yeah, I'd second that.
Casey the Tobacco Nut.
Probably Fluffy.
No, Casey the Tobacco Nut could be a stand-in for Barry the Bugger. What do you think?
No.
Like when he can't carry his own gear and
He
he needs
doesn't
to
have
take a
the
break.
classic
Exactly.
stash. I'm sorry.
Well, you're going to have to shave that off
No,
for the film.
Not for Barry the Bugger.
Yeah, I mean
It
maybe
would be
that's
more of a Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy.
Okay.
Oh, the comedian.
Yeah.
I know
Right.
who you
Get
mean.
Gabriel to do it.
I had to
Yeah.
think for a second.
Actually, I'm wondering, Barry, Jerry, and Casey could be interchangeable characters, possibly. You think?
No.
No, you don't think so?
We're not replaceable.
Well, I didn't say you're replaceable. You're
I'll
interchangeable.
tell you what. Next
No,
show,
we're not interchangeable.
I'll take a vacation and make sure Barry dials in. See how it goes.
Yeah, possibly.
Who's on
That-
strike now?
All right. Well, now we have an idea for a movie, a Scuba Radio movie. Because God knows you're not going to want to read the book because you want to wait for the film. It's going to be disturbing. And we'll talk about the soundtrack for this movie next on the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Bula. You'll hear that a lot when you visit Fiji. It's more than a greeting. It's the spirit of this friendly country. With 333 islands, white sand beaches, and year-round tropical warmth, it's hard not to feel happy at this exceptional dive destination known as the soft coral capital of the world. Fiji Airways has a modern fleet of aircraft to take you to Fiji in style and at great prices. Contact your travel agent now or go to FijiAirways.com and plan your Fijian dive adventure. That's FijiAirways.com.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, no, Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new Scuba Radio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 Scuba Radio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always. And I got a Scuba Radio hat for you, too.
New Scuba Radio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Here comes old Greg. He's a scaly manfish.
He's Greg the Dive Master.
What you doing in my waters?
The show is a disaster.
I got something to show you.
He's Greg the Dive Master.
Hi there.
Master. Dive Master. Dive Master. Dive Master.
I'm old Greg. Pleased to meet you.
I'm Nart. Hello, fishies.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. All right, so Aquaman 2 is coming out. Popeye is a host.
Do we have a release date on Aquaman 2?
I don't know. I don't remember seeing what the date was. My guess is maybe towards the holidays.
Yeah, Barry will tell us.
Yeah, he'll know next week for sure.
Surfaces.
No doubt about it. But as it, when I threw that out to the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad, of course, it came back to us. And it made me realize, like, yeah, maybe it's time we do Scuba Radio, the movie. I mean, you talk about a horror film. It can't be any worse than, like, Cocaine Bear or one of them stupid movies.
So we know who you want to play you.
What, the bear?
No, James Cameron.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm the director. Hello. Duh.
So
there's that.
Do we get to pick what actors play us?
No, I think everyone has to play themselves. It's kind of like a biography kind of thing. Autobiography.
Well, I was going to
because
have fun with that, but
the truth is stranger than fiction.
Trying to
isn't
give you
it?
some decent content, but okay.
No. We don't want any of that. It has to be all like reality TV because we can't hire any writers. They're on strike.
Well, they won't be. We can write it ourselves.
Well, I think we have. We've already written it over the last 26 years. I mean,
do we get our rights and pay up front, or do we collect?
Oh, hell no.
You think this is going to make money?
Yeah, come on, Casey. Jeez.
we are the largest downloaded, listened to show in the scuba world.
The largest by pounds.
If we break even, it'll be a miracle.
You think?
Yeah, this will probably end up costing us money.
We all definitely. We're not going to break even. There's no way. But we got to come up with a.
So we could do like
storyline.
documentary style, like have someone just follow us around with a camera and mic, and just shoot everything we do, and edit that.
Right.
Which actually would be pretty cool.
Like what happens during the commercial breaks?
No, like
Scuba
when we
Radio?
go dive and stuff. we do.
Yeah.
Like last week in the Keys, there was some funny stuff there.
There was some nutty stuff.
Things we can't talk about.
That
but we
have
could
to
put in a documentary.
rated TVMA.
PG-13.
Oh, well, okay. You're going TV. You're going straight to video. I thought we'd.
No, you said movie.
Right. Well, yeah, TVMA. That'd be TV, right? Yeah. So it'd be what, rated R. Or
I said PG-13.
you think? I think we might have to raise the age up.
A hard R.
Hard R.
A hard R bordering on X.
Okay. All right. There's that.
Yeah, we don't make it X.
Now, are we going to make it like
No, whoa.
I'll tell you what. Why don't we do we have the plot line with like a shark, like the black demon?
Well, is there going to be
Meg 2?
fiction, or is there going to be a documentary? We could do both.
I think so.
This ain't good.
Behind the
this ain't
scenes,
good?
like a feature for the DVD.
Well, Jerry, you're in this film. You're a big part of this film.
Not anymore.
Going from
Exactly. Not with
rated
that
R to
attitude.
Rated X. I don't know if I want anything to do with this.
Well,
one now.
you know your
what's
role,
Jerry gonna
Mr.
do?
Mankini.
Eat ice
That just
cream
means
and
there may
drink beer.
be some female toplessness.
Whoa! Well,
Well, that would be an R.
Wait a
Okay,
minute. Where's
all
the
right.
female toplessness?
I
come
can't
into
say
that?
that right now.
Barry. I mean, do man boobs count?
No.
Oh, okay.
Hell
Just
no.
checking.
He did say female,
Yeah.
Well,
He did.
okay.
not it.
And here on Scuba Radio, last time I checked, we knew the difference.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, but a long time has passed since that epiphany. Yeah, just since
Look
then.
at you using those 10-cent words.
Hello. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's what us big
Wait,
directors
can we
do.
take a break on air? Because suddenly I'm kind of lost and my brain can't.
Well,
But
look,
you just
let
said
me
a-
go
like a
back
word.
to.
You said like a college level word.
Okay. Well, but let me go back to
It's
what
ubiquitous.
some of the crap I've been watching, like on Prime Video. Like Amazon.
Yeah.
I just watched this Black Demon shark movie. Did you see that ad for that one?
No.
I mean, it's a direct rip off of like Jaws
Black
or the
Demon.
Meg, the Black
Ooh.
Demon. It is hideous.
Is it so
Please,
bad? Is it all?
do not watch
Is it all horrible CGI?
Oh, it's hideous. I mean, there are a couple scuba diving scenes in it, but I wonder if I think they did film some of this underwater. It looks like it's not total CGI, but I'm not positive. It could have been all CGI. I mean, but Megalodon shark comes and attacks this oil rig for pumping oil in the ocean, and it's just
I think
my
a shark
gosh.
would be attracted to oil and loud noises.
Of course, makes total sense. And why I watched it is because I didn't want our listeners to have to.
Sorry.
So I sacrificed my 2 hours to watch this film, and I can.
You probably could have just guessed it was going to be crap.
Well, yeah, but
Man.
I wanted to give it a fair shake, and
Man.
I did, and it was hideous.
2
Terrible.
hours of bad shark.
And then after
video?
that, I followed up with a recommendation from Jerry the Diver Guy. Big mistake.
what did he tell you?
Cocaine Bear.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God.
No, I didn't tell you to watch it. I said it's just based on a true story.
Well, it's loosely. It's not really.
Is that
good.
on
Very
Amazon
loosely.
also?
Yes.
I might watch that thing because I haven't seen it.
Actually, Cocaine
Don't
Bear was
watch it.
way
you'll get
better.
about 10. You
No.
will get 10 minutes into it and just go, this is so stupid.
No, I'm telling you, it was way better than the Black Demon, which was the shark movie. Way better, and it had parts that were kind of funny.
Well, I'm sure it wasn't as good as Cocaine Shark.
Not even close.
Or what do we call it? Shark Face.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was a Scuba Radio production. Well, did you hear this one? I mean, I don't know if you may have missed this one. I don't know.
From the producers of Scuba Radio and the brother-in-law of the caterer's drinking buddy from Sharknado 3 comes a harrowing tale of shark decadence in the waters just off the coast of Miami. Shark Face.
We're attempting to study a great white shark that has been reported as acting very erratic and aggressive.
Okay.
Our hypothesis is he may have ingested a huge amount of cocaine discarded from smugglers.
Hey, man. Oh, you want to with me? Okay. You'll with the best.
We're trying to help this shark, but he's hiding behind that coral head and appears to be very agitated.
You want to play games? Okay. Come on, you cockroaches.
We only need a small blood sample, then we can get the hell out of here.
You want to play rough? Okay. Say hello to my little fish. Hey, how'd you like that? You whores.
This is not going well. This is not normal behavior at all. The shark seems like he's ingested a whole boatload of cocaine, likely dumped by drug runners to escape a DEA bust.
You think you can take me? You need a f***ing army you're gonna take me. I take you all to f***ing hell. Don't miss Shark Face.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
Do you have a message or a product that you'd like to share with the diving world? Well, look no further than Scuba Radio. Just like you, thousands of diving enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to ScubaRadio.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Hi, my name is Ravi. I'm from zip-fiji.com.
Oh my God, I'm twisting around. I'm backwards. Help me! Oh my God!
You are listening to Scuba Radio,
I'm gonna die.
world's first radio show
I'm gonna hit a tree.
devoted to divers. On the surface interval, don't forget to come ziplining with me.
Woohoo!
In the meantime, keep listening to Greg, the dive master. He is also a zipline master.
You!
Thank you very much.
I lived! I lived!
You survived the jeep.
So, Evie, do you have a change of pants or anything I could?
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, see, that would have been that could have been an opening scene for Scuba Radio, the movie. Possibly
Right before the title sequence.
Possibly, it could happen. So I don't know. We'll work on that and waste even more time.
Well, we already know we'll have Fraser Nivens shoot all the underwater scenes.
Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
And then
Get
we
Fraser
need a
himself.
cameo by Neil Watson.
Right. We can pull in. This definitely could be
Star-studded.
It could be star-studded.
There has to be at least a couple of scenes at the Gomez Hilton.
Right. And
Transportation could be handled by Walt D. Martini.
okay.
That would be libations.
Did he say
only one person fits in that Corvette, though?
Did he say Walt D. Martini?
Well, he might have to make multiple trips.
Yeah. Okay.
Bad
well, that's
idea.
fine. All right. It's that or Shark Face, or maybe it's a double bill kind of thing.
Well, what we do is when we make the deal with the studio,
right? It's a
two-picture deal.
I think that
or
makes sense.
maybe it's contingent. Like they don't want to spend the money. Say, all right, if the Scuba Radio movie does well, then we get to make Shark Face.
Right. Right. Okay. Now I know you're listening right now, going, these guys have been smoking crack, or they're just
no. You're thinking
went
of
off
the
rails.
president's son.
Ah, that's a different thing.
We don't smoke.
Right. We
crack.
wouldn't
No.
be eating cocaine with the bear.
But here's the point. Yeah, I mean, there's all these crappy movies out right now. The Black Death shark movie, Cocaine Bear. I mean, there's even a video game out now that I don't know if you guys seen this called let's see, what is it? Dave the Diver. Have you seen this or heard
No.
about this Dave the
No.
Diver video game?
No.
It was released a few months ago, and it's getting ready to show up on Nintendo Switch. And I guess it's doing pretty well.
Does anybody play that?
No, I don't. The kids.
Don't the kids usually download them off that Steam or?
But check
whatever it is?
here's the story of the video game. All right, it's your typical, dive simulator type video game where you dive around and you shoot fish. You shoot them like a spear fisherman. Okay. All right. Whether you're into that.
You gotta
or
have some kind of action.
But not only that, you're shooting fish to score points for how much sushi that you create.
Okay.
And
All
it's
right,
like
I follow so far.
Well, if you shoot a fish that is a high caliber sushi serving, you get higher points, I guess. And then there's a
salmon.
Then you go to the sushi bar and eat your fish.
Okay.
But it just seems really goofy to me. I don't think that sends a great message. It's one thing with the spearfishing and all that kind of stuff, but you're literally, you score points by shooting fish that are more high quality sushi candidates.
Well, what else are they going to do underwater? They can't just swim around and look at fish.
Well, yeah, they could.
That wouldn't make for a very fun video game. It'd be more fun to shoot stuff.
Well, you got to, look out for, critters that come to eat you. And maybe that's part of it too. But
that's where I thought you were going to go. Watch out for the big shark's going to come bite you.
Well, that's probably part of it. But the sushi
so
thing,
this is a little better.
Well, you think?
Yeah.
You think
at least they're eating it. It's not
the
wasteful.
Bonus round is you show up at the sushi bar. It's like...
Does it come with sake shots?
I don't know if it does. You'd have to play Dave the Diver to find out. I don't know. It just sounds a little weird to me. But evidently, it's doing quite well and getting ready to come out on Nintendo Switch, which will be, I guess, its first big, game platform that it's going to debut on. So Dave the Diver, it sounds like a dumb idea to me. So if that's...
What would you have them do?
Well, ScubaRadio, the movie. That's my point.
For a video game.
Sure, we could have a video game too. That might, you think?
I'm just saying, as an alternate idea, what do you have better?
Well, a video game. That's what my thing
Doing
is.
what?
Or how about you use your pull in the movies? We could be the soundtrack to some of these games.
Well, here's what the soundtrack for the Scuba
Try
Radio
to fill 2 hours with nothing.
Video game should be is Jimmy
Hey, we
Buffett's.
got Barry selling hats.
Oh,
to
quiet!
mermaids.
No, Jimmy Buffett's new song that just came out. After his passing, they released "Bubbles Up" last week.
I love it.
And the video of it, if you look it up online, it's a great song. But the video is like a virtual scuba dive.
Yeah.
And it has references to the bends and dive. I was like, wow.
Very cool.
How about that? He was in the process of releasing a new album. And
Could we license that to be in the movie?
For the right amount, I'm sure. I would give him hey, look, we'll buy a pack of six pack of Land Shark if you let us use the song.
Yeah, I'm sure that's all it'll be.
Yeah. And but Bubbles Up is a good song. It'd be a great soundtrack for the Scuba Radio movie and or video game or both. Maybe a movie first, then it's turned into a video game. You think?
I was just asking since you didn't seem to like the idea behind the Dan the Diver or whatever it's called.
Well, it wasn't. I didn't really like the idea. But my point with bringing that up was like, look, if this crap is being produced, we can produce just as bad of crap as being out there right now.
Oh, we can produce worse.
Yes. So, the bar is pretty low.
Think that sucks.
Yeah.
Hold my beer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
We could do service intervals at Margaritaville.
All right.
I like it.
That's an
Product
idea too.
positioning.
Yeah. A product placement. Yeah. But so you like this idea or you don't?
Of
CJ?
the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or video game or both.
Not sold on the video game.
Why?
But I'm open to it.
No, the video game would be like, you put a group of the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad on a deserted island, and last one alive wins.
Look,
kind of thing.
I found a machete.
Fight to the death. Yeah.
You can find machetes and stuff to kill each other with.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Hey, look, we found a washed-up lighter for Casey's Cigars.
True. So, I mean, yeah,
Extra point.
who would win in that video game? I mean,
Clearly, I would.
The sushi bar.
Okay.
I don't want to kill you guys, but if I have to, I will.
Right. I mean, I think it would be a compelling video game.
You could climb up a tree like a monkey and drop a coconut on your friends.
Okay. That would be one.
Bonk.
That would be, the weapons that you have to pick up. You have machete, a coconut.
Yeah, that would make reference to the coconut about hitting Greg in Fiji.
Exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about. There was no coconut that hit me.
It almost did.
Oh, I dodged.
It was right between me and you by like a foot.
Right, but I dodged.
You didn't dodge.
Reflexes of a panther.
You didn't dodge nothing. You got lucky that it didn't hit us. We didn't even see it coming. We heard the thump.
You didn't see me move.
That would have been way
quickly.
too late.
Yes.
Talk about Black Death.
It was dark out, man. You didn't see or hear anything.
I sensed it.
Wow.
My scuba sense.
What a load.
No, Spider-Man has a spidey sense. I have a scuba sense. That's my secret power. What's yours?
You have a BS sense.
Well, duh. So, yeah.
I was there. Jerry was there. He remembers.
Well, see, the movie's writing itself, isn't it?
I was propped up against the seawall.
But if you want to embellish for the movie, then you hear it coming and you
might be a
dive
little
out
bit
of the way.
Well, duh. Yeah. I mean, it's not embellishment. It's just
the
stating the
only thing
truth.
you could hear was me peeing in the ocean.
That's a little bit too far.
I didn't realize he was doing that.
I didn't either.
Yep.
That's the same ocean we dive in, Jerry. How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah, if he was a NASCAR driver, he'd be Dick Trickle.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I'm telling you, I think we got a germ of an idea, and we could turn this into the Scuba Radio, the movie, and then morph it into a video game, and we'd make cents.
Dozens of dollars. Dozens of dollars.
You think that much? Maybe. All right. More coming up. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
When I was a kid, I got hooked on watching nonfiction television in the guise of the undersea world of Jacques Cousteau.
Jacques Cousteau was huge.
They were on about once a month, and it wasn't just the ocean. He would go into like lakes and stuff. I remember once he went into Lake Titicaca in South America, and they took the submarines. And he said, we took the submersibles to the bottom of Lake Titicaca. Much to our surprise, we found nothing but titties and caca. That's the joke we said the next day in junior high.
Let's get underwater.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to going underwater. I am Greg the Dive Master. A movie to come, video game to follow. The problem we're going to have is
funding.
There's that. There is that. A valid idea.
Finding a director.
We don't need a director. We have no direction.
Oh, yes, we do.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
But the lack of talent with the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad is going to be a problem unless we pull out the big guns.
That's all editing.
We can fix it in post. We can fix Jerry the diver guy, Casey the tobacco nut, Barry the bugger.
That's
Vinny
why I
Two
say
Tanks.
we need real actors and not ourselves.
No, I don't think we could probably fix them in post, couldn't we?
No.
Like overdub their voices.
No, there's no fixing crap.
CGI.
No,
CGI. Jerry the diver guy.
No,
I think there could be something.
You don't have
there.
the money for that.
Well,
and that takes years. Plus, you'd have to dress them up in that little ping pong suit so they can map it.
Right. That would be fun to see, wouldn't it?
No, it wouldn't.
Oh, that's right. It's skin tight, isn't it? Oof. Boy, just the mental image we just painted.
Where would they put the balls?
I threw up a little in my mouth.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, anyway, let's find
Tangy.
some... we could rely on our Scuba Radio Mermaid team And, because they have more
Well,
talent.
there's only one of those.
Well, right now we got
He's here.
Rachel with us. We haven't spoken with her in a while, so she just jumped in to save us. Rachel, how you doing? What's going on with you?
Oh my gosh, it has been such a busy summer, and I'm so excited to catch up with you all.
Absolutely.
But yeah, main thing is I just got back from the World Championships in Roatan, and it was a super fantastic experience. So
I love it.
really thankful for the opportunity.
World Championships of what?
Free divers. She's a U.S. free diver on the U.S. freediving team.
Just for our audience. I knew that.
Oh, right. And she's been on American Ninja Warrior. She's done all kinds of, mermaid stuff out of Vegas.
She
and
can
around the
hold her
world.
breath for a long ass time.
She can twirl fire. She does it all. Would you be in our movie if we made a movie, a Scuba Radio movie, Rachel, or would you want to distance yourself as far as
Absolutely.
possible from such
No, that'd be
nonsense?
so much fun.
Would
I'd
it?
love to hang out with everybody.
Yeah.
She's
that'd
already
be so
in the
much fun with you
movies.
guys.
Right, I know she's already in the movie. She'd be like the star power. She would be what we'd need to bring to the production like this, Jerry. Because God knows you, Casey, and Barry, and Vinny ain't going to do it. I mean, there's me.
I beg your pardon.
That's why
I've been in a movie
on
before.
TV.
Hello.
I take serious offense. I think Jerry and I are some seriously demented characters.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
that is
but
true.
that's what
And
we
then
base
plus, you
we
look
base
at
it
this
off
sexy
you.
face right here. Look at this stud right here on video right now.
Dud?
Stud.
What'd he say?
Whichever.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
No, don't be offended. You guys aren't professional actors.
Be
There's
offended.
no slight on you guys.
Be
I
very offended.
wouldn't
'cause
play
I'm
myself
offended.
either.
Well, who would play you, CJ?
Jason Statham, duh.
Jason Statham would play Cock Johnson?
Yeah, duh.
No. He would get Foghorn Leghorn.
Oh, wow.
Or I would also accept Bruce Willis.
Really? The one right
Bruce
now
is
that's
having a tough time
having
right
some
now.
issues?
He's got enough juice in the tank.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, it probably wouldn't be a big stretch to play you then.
Exactly.
Right. I gotcha. All right. But, Rachel, you would participate in such a production and actually add some real talent to this crew of misfits, couldn't you?
I would definitely participate, and to be honest, I think you all have fantastic on-screen chemistry. So don't
Wow.
don't count your guys short.
Well,
Like,
Rachel's been
you guys
drinking.
Yeah,
Sounds like.
heckling each other.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. No, here's the thing.
Don't butter them up. You're getting nowhere.
If we do this movie, there's going to be a lot of underwater work. We're going to need someone who with serious freediving skills like Rachel.
Yeah.
I mean, we would
Hey,
need.
that or scuba. I'm down for scuba. I'm down for freediving. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Let me in. Let me.
Well, she can be our stunt woman, duh.
Well, I think she's going to have to be one of the main stars. if not the
But she
main
can also
star.
do stunts of all the other women.
Yes, that is true.
There may be a wig involved.
You think? Why?
Just depending on who she's
Yeah, well,
stunt
to
double
play.
for.
What, you mean Jerry?
No, for the women.
Oh. Okay.
Nobody would buy that she's Jerry.
Well, I mean,
you can do amazing things with makeup and
Right.
like certain like body
Fat
you can
suit.
alter your body type. You can totally alter your body type.
Greg, honey, I'm not a fat suit no more.
Be nice.
I was talking. Did I say Jerry? I meant Barry.
Oh, okay.
Barry's not here. Sorry, I amuse myself sometimes. Anyway, let's get back on track slightly.
Will we be filming on
boy.
site with the liveaboard scuba adventure boats?
We don't know yet.
Yeah,
Somebody would get somewhere with excellent viz.
Well, would Roatan be a good backdrop from where you just came? There, Rachel. That's a beautiful
Hell yeah.
island, right?
Absolutely. I think the diving there is just incredible. Like
Yeah.
there's 30 meters of visibility, amazing swim throughs, different dive sites. The coral reefs are very, very alive.
Yeah.
Lots of big ocean life. Yeah.
Sweet.
I know where
We
we
should
could
go there.
go.
Where?
Fiji.
Fiji would
Go
be a
back to
good
Fiji.
spot.
That'll give us
Yeah.
an excuse.
That would give us an excuse.
We'll need at least 2 months
We're going to film Scuba Radio, the movie.
in Fiji.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
Now
I
all
like
we
that.
need talent.
I'm ready
we
to
need
go
a
back.
story. We need all the other stuff. We got an idea.
I can help write it, and
Really?
I can voice the trailer.
All right. And we know there's going to be no voicing.
And
It'll be
I could
underwater.
also the
divers.
the movie trailer.
Oh, yeah, I see.
We're
All
going
right.
to need a campaign.
True. We're going to have to build the hype.
TV spots, online streaming,
Mermaids.
podcasting.
The movie poster have to have a bunch of mermaids. Everybody's
Oh yeah, and then we're real small in the background.
exactly. Exactly.
Or the actors
featuring the Scuba Radio Mermaids. And
so
then real
who
small.
would play
Scuba
Casey?
Radio
Who would
Scubas.
play you? Who would you pick to play you?
I don't know that anyone can play me.
True. I think he has to play himself.
Yeah.
Play with himself.
Yep.
I'd have to be the old grizzled veteran.
All right.
Well, we could find an actor.
Who's going to die?
That.
Someone has to die right away in the opening
Barry.
scene, don't they? Barry, since he's not here, he's the first one to get
How
taken
about
out.
how about for Jerry?
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone.
Really? Okay. I don't
how
really
do you draw
see
that
it.
parallel?
Yeah.
I'm just saying that would be cool.
Okay. So you want Sylvester
I didn't say it
Stallone.
had to be accurate.
Well, okay. That I would. Jerry's not
Who's
questioning
going to
it.
play? Who's going to play Cock Johnson?
Well, I already said Jason
Tony
Statham,
Savalas?
and Statham has worked with Stallone in The Expendables, so there's already a working relationship.
There's a chemistry there.
If we're going
Okay.
that far out, I will pick Antonio Banderas as my replacement.
Oh, I do see the resemblance.
All right, that's ridiculous.
If you're crazy.
No, we need someone a little closer.
Wow. Really?
Antonio Banderas.
You guys are dreaming,
Guy's
man.
got an accent.
Here we have a halfway decent idea, and you guys are ruining it with all
we're
this
making
pie
it
in the
better.
sky stuff.
We're making it better.
Well,
You know, I think it'd be great if we had Zach Galifianakis. Like, you guys know him, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He
they're-
would be so much fun. And would
But-
have all sorts of like really sarcastic quips.
But
It
who would
be
he play?
fantastic.
He could be like a bartender at a
Wait, is
tiki
this going to
hut?
be a musical?
I'm-
No.
I mean,
making
you'd
a
have to
musical.
toss a coin.
Yeah.
He's got to play somebody though.
All right. Well, maybe we make a Scuba Radio musical, like High School Musical.
No.
No. I mean, I can sing.
Part of your world.
See? And I can sing.
You know you can't.
What do you mean, no, I can't? You remember the Ballad of Cock Johnson song I sang for you on your birthday?
A boo crap. A boo crap. A boo crap.
Oh, gosh. We're having too much fun here on the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Hour 2 is on deck. We got a couple more stories you're going to want to hang out for, so sit back and join us. It's coming up next.
Show from Captain Ron to Jock Cousteau. They all love Scuba Radio. On the boat or down below, if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio. Let's go!
Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio.
This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, you know, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.
Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling your radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
Welcome to hour 2 of the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master, CJ in the studio with me, and then connected via the web, we got Scuba Radio, Scuba Squad, made up of Jerry the Diver Guy, Casey the Tobacco Nut, even Mermaid Rachel joining us today. Barry the Bugger not here today.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
And that's why, because Rachel's here, and it'd make things very awkward if Barry was here. And, he's just celebrating the fact that he heard there's an Aquaman 2 coming, and he's pretty excited about seeing Jason Momoa up on the big screen once again. Just a big fan. He's a diver, and he can do that. What do you?
Sounds like a little bit of an unhealthy obsession.
Is that okay? All right. Well, there's that. But look, he can do that, and we were thinking about all this other schlock that's been coming out. Cocaine Bear, the Black Death. Or the Black Demon, that shark movie, and Meg 2. All this crap is out there right now.
A lot of garbage.
Even, Dave the Diver video game. And if all this stuff can come out, why can't we put out a Scuba Radio movie or video game?
All we need is the financing.
We're going to need financing, talent, story.
I'm working on talent, but we're going to need a budget.
We need a budget?
Because the people I have in mind aren't cheap.
Okay, so you figured it out who's going to play who.
Well, I'm just spitballing here. We can, these things can go different ways.
All right.
But, you never maybe get your first choice.
All right.
But for myself, I already said Jason Statham.
All right.
Or Bruce Willis.
Okay.
For Jerry, I thought Sylvester Stallone would be great.
Uh-huh.
And
Jessica Lange.
For
Jerry.
Are you high?
Yeah.
Have you been huffing paint? Have you been huffing paint fumes again?
Oh, no, I know. You're talking about the one from the Golden Girls. What's her name? No?
B. Arthur?
Yeah, B. Arthur.
Elton John for Greg.
Okay, here it comes.
Well, I don't want to change the genders.
Okay.
We're going to keep everybody.
You don't want to be that
are.
progressive. I understood.
So I was thinking for Casey,
yeah.
I got the perfect actor.
Really? Okay.
Kurt Russell.
Oh, you know what? I see it. If I squint, if I close one eye and squint really tight, I see it.
And then for you,
yeah,
I'm thinking Ben Affleck.
Affleck?
He was Batman.
Affleck, the duck. Ben Affleck.
Don't be an idiot. You know what I mean. Or Ed O'Neill. What about Ed O'Neill?
Ed O'Neill, really?
Yeah.
From Married with Children and Modern Family?
How about that Wahlberg brother that flipped burgers? That might be a good place for Greg.
I don't know him, but okay.
Wahlberg.
There are no bad ideas.
All right.
And then for Kristen, I'm thinking we get Gal Gadot.
Really?
She's pretty hot right now.
Wonder Woman for Mermaid Kristen.
And then, of course, Rachel will be doing all her stunts.
So she's going to be herself? Or who?
Rachel will also play herself in other scenes.
Right.
But she can also...
I'd be happy to be somebody's double. That could be fun, too.
But she'll be getting paid twice because she'll be also doing all the stunts.
Well, we did say...
all the female stunt
she was going to be the body double for Barry in a fat suit.
No, we're going to have to find someone else for
No, because Barry doesn't do his own stunts. Let's be honest.
He won't be doing any stunts.
You have to pay her 3 times because somebody had to carry Barry's gear.
Well, that's what a stunt double does.
If we let Barry do his own stunts, we might get more of a jackass creation effect.
Well, that's goes without saying. I think that's pretty
And then,
obvious
as if we're not spending enough money,
my
love interest would be Jessica Alba.
Oh, really?
She's already been in that movie Into the Blue, so she's all into the diving stuff.
True.
But Megan Haney Greer did most of her stuff.
And so what's your point?
Okay, so
we'd have to bring Megan in.
Oh, so you're asking for your own love interest? Is that what you're saying, Jerry? You're saying you have to have a love interest too?
Yeah, sure.
I
hear you.
So much for the Jerry and Barry show.
Yeah.
You know what would be really fun to have? Who would totally Zoe Saldana? That would be such a cool one.
Who?
Zoe Saldana.
Oh yeah, from the
Spider-Man?
Guardians. No, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh,
the green,
yeah.
Green gal, right? And she's in Avatar. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
I would totally be her double. That would be so much fun.
Cool.
Okay. All right. See, we're coming up with total nonsense.
Or what if we get Chris Pratt to play Greg?
Ooh.
That'd be funny.
That's,
Oh,
A lot of people say
that'd be great.
A lot of people say I look exactly not like him.
What I like though is we're casting against type because Chris Pratt would be funny.
Ah, there you go. Wait a minute.
We'll throw the audience a surprise.
But he's a really good actor, so he can pretend he's not funny.
Oh, there's layers. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
He's actually really funny, playing not funny, which would also be unintentionally funny.
Okay.
The depth gets crazy.
Well, you know, this show, I got to say, has taken a very interesting turn.
You're welcome.
Well, I was going to blame you for it.
Thank you.
No, that wasn't a compliment.
You're embarrassing me.
Yeah. You should be very embarrassed at this point.
God, that's not hard.
Yeah. So let's.
That's what she said.
I mean, we could.
God.
I mean, but honestly, all the ideas, all the spitballing has probably been way better than what I've been seeing on streaming services.
That's
lately.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. So it
Star
might
power,
go somewhere.
Man. I would go see that movie with all those actors. Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right. What if it had no stars in it and just, we had to work with what we had?
That would kind of suck.
Well, you would just be watching a movie you see it on streaming.
But what
now.
I'm saying is we make the behind the scenes documentary, which will stand alone on the, you can get it for streaming, I guess.
Right.
We'll sell it to Netflix or something later.
Okay.
It'll be the real Scuba Radio. You've seen the hit blockbuster movie, and then about 6 months later, we release the real Scuba Radio.
I like Scuba Radio.
Disappoint the hell out of everybody.
Right. Scuba Radio Uncensored.
You're the real.
Or we could just put it in a DVD special and sell them both and make more money.
I don't know.
I don't think we're going to be making.
I was
any
thinking
money.
We could get Eric Douglas to do our writing for us.
He's probably on strike with all the other writers.
Oh, that's true.
He's kind of a big deal.
Well, then we could fall back to Pup the Scuba Cowboy.
Oh, okay.
Pup the Magic Dragon.
We can use, because we probably can't afford Jimmy Buffett and Bubble Up song.
Yeah.
So
Pup can write some music.
He writes some stuff.
He already has.
Yeah.
He uses theme songs.
Yeah. Him and Sweet Baby Lettuce or whatever her name was.
Baby Spinach.
That's it. Okay, so we got an idea, a bad one. So chances are it's probably going to come to fruition.
Hey, that's the same thing.
You don't like my casting?
Your casting is awesome.
It's impeccable.
I mean, Chris Pratt. Yeah,
it's going to be expensive, but I think it'll be worth it.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Hey, Greg.
What, Casey?
This whole show started from a bad idea back in the day.
Oh, what a great point.
Yeah. It started as a bad idea.
It was a germ of a germ of a germ of a kernel of an idea.
And it turned into a monstrosity. 26 years in the making.
An unpopped popcorn
on air.
Okay. Right.
Wrapped in a turd.
Excuse me? What?
This stinks. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
might be
that's
something
enough.
there.
That's enough. You're getting ahead of yourself.
I'm making an analogy.
Right.
I think that was a dad joke.
Yeah, it was. See, that's how bad it was. All right. We got to talk to Rachel about her freediving competition stuff and what kind of progress you made in Roatan. I want to get a little deeper with her. And we'll get off of this movie stuff and get to more productive chatter.
Gotcha.
Maybe we'll work work her storyline into the movie. Give it some depth, as you would for a movie about scuba diving.
Speaking of dad jokes.
More coming up. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer, and Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Taric is the best, most intuitive, and reliable wristwatch-sized dive computer on the market. Check it out in the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Scuba action star Mike Scott is back in a new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From author Eric Douglas comes the one that started it all. Listen as Mike deals with submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface.
Download Cayman Cowboys or Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, and audible.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Take a look at it on the ocean floor. Just go down there, take your scuba gear and go down there. One of you would do that, I know.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me, otherwise known as Cock Johnson.
Pleasure to be here.
And Scuba Radio, Scuba Squad connected via the web. Jerry the Diver Guy, Casey the Tobacco Nut, and fresh from Roatan, our mermaid Rachel. And Rachel, where are you today, by the way? Are you back home in Vegas, or you still out gallivanting someplace?
Kind of out gallivanting. I just finished up a work contract in Washington, and I got a little bit of free diving in while I was here, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been gone for a week, and now I'm going to go unpack all of the cumulative trips that have been stacking up.
Right. Get some, finally get a little downtime to kind of off gas and get back in the groove a little bit. So let's talk about what you did in Roatan. You were training with the U.S. freediving team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so was the whole idea just to kind of, get to, have a new personal best, or, where are you at in your training for the competition? Or did you already, when is the competition, I guess, first off?
Yeah, so the competition already happened. It happened mid to end of August. But I was down there for a month and a half overall training and then getting ready to compete.
Yeah.
And I guess there were multiple goals. So I got selected to be part of the U.S. national team. So I got to represent Team USA as part of 17 people.
Nice.
And so it was the largest team that we've ever had going into the competition. And then, I kind of view competitions as continuing education. So it was a good opportunity to get new personal bests, learn new skills, and then, spend time with freedivers that have more experience than me.
Right. So what'd you end up doing for the team or for the competition? What was your personal best when you were there last month?
So I competed in 4 different disciplines.
Mm-hmm.
There's constant weight. You can do that with a monofin or bifins. I kind of wanted to do that as a warm-up dive for competition. I did 50 meters and got a white card, which means a white card means that you had a perfectly clean dive, no issues, no loss of motor control or blackout, nothing like that.
Cool.
The second day was free immersion, where you pull yourself down the line and then you pull yourself back up again. And I did 51 meters.
Wow.
The third day was constant weight, no fins. So you're using a modified breaststroke to get to depth. I did 38 meters and got a white card. And then the last day was bifins, and I did 52 meters.
Wow, that's impressive. 150 feet.
Oh.
That is quite a feat in itself. And so, when you do this, I've always, I've seen the videos, I've seen the movies of people doing all these free diving competitions and things, and they come up and, they have to gasp for air and, but then they got to say, I'm okay. And, signal the judges and all, it's very strict of what you got to be able to accomplish to get that white card, obviously. But how do you feel physically? Does it wear down on you quite a bit when you do a dive down like that and come back and you're competing?
Well,
Are you like going when you finally go, okay, I'm okay, and then do you feel great? Do you feel elated? Do you feel exhausted? What is it like?
Well, to be honest, so when you see people gasping for air, that's people doing their recovery breath. So as you come up, your oxygen levels are still dropping for almost 30 seconds after. So they're just making sure that they get their oxygen levels up as quickly as possible.
Right.
But as far as how I felt, at those depths, I wouldn't say that I was super tired. I put a lot of fitness training in at the very beginning of my training season. And so in the 50-meter range, I still come up. There's not any signs of lactic acid buildup, no hypoxia, except for on the no fins dive. That was a little bit more challenging in the arms.
Right.
But I would say that my limiting factor is actually equalization. So at some point in time, your lungs compress so much that you can't get any air out to equalize your ears and your sinuses. And so, trying to manage that air that you have in your lungs as efficiently as possible is always like the challenge of most freedivers when they're getting to the level that I'm starting to get into.
Right. And as far as like the category, you talked about the different types of free dives that you did, for the free diving team, the U.S. team. I mean, do they do it as individuals or as a team thing? How do they judge it as in that sense? Like, are you going for the gold, silver, and bronze, or how does that work exactly?
They do judge it on an individual level, so you are scored individually. The main aspects of being part of the team, for example, with some other countries, their government sponsors them. And so they're able to be full-time athletes.
Yeah.
For the U.S. national team, we got together and had community fundraisers. So, and we did have a few sponsors, Best Dive and Surfer. So, some of the things can be offset. However, we did finance a lot of the competition ourselves.
Right.
So a lot of it was just the support of having the rest of your team there to help you through the competition, maybe have a mentor that you were working with, somebody who'd be able to coach you. So it was a really cool opportunity to meet people across the U.S.
I have a question.
Okay.
Rachel, what is your diet like to stay at that athletic level and still have energy to burn? What do you typically eat?
Everything.
Oh, well, that sounds pretty easy.
You can't eat crap, though, right?
She wouldn't eat crap.
I was eating a lot of chicken. There's this place called Creole's where for like $8 you could get like a quarter of a chicken and some beet salad and a bunch of rice. And I didn't give up my lattes because latte coffees are my guilty pleasure.
Right.
I did give up alcohol because I do know that certain types of alcohol make my sinuses a little bit squeezy. So you'll get like a little bit of mild inflammation there, and you just want to make sure that your equalization is as good as it possibly can be, so you have less risk factors for messing up your dive.
Right. So for the month, or what do you say, a month and a half you were there in Roatan, was it that long? So was it all free diving the whole time, or did you actually do some tank stuff too and do some scuba?
Unfortunately, I didn't. I had plans to go scuba diving after the competition. I wanted to have 5 days of just scuba diving because you do get to spend more time down there and explore new places.
Right.
And I feel as though scuba diving allows you to map out the underwater topography a lot better than free diving. However, after the competition, we unfortunately had some pretty bad days in terms of weather. So there were no dive operators going. And so I kind of just had to do land-based activities, and then I came back home, but I would love to go back again and go on scuba.
Right. Well, when you're doing a competition like that, it's just you're focused on getting down there, getting to the bottom depth of whatever you're shooting for and coming back, and you're just very you got blinders on, I'm guessing. Is that it?
Well, considering the fact that I was actually diving with a nose clip, you're kind of blind anyways. So the other aspect is if you do have to be able to equalize, but for example, with no fins or free immersion, you can't pinch your nose. It kind of messes up your flow.
Yeah, and it doesn't look good either. We want to look good doing it. All right, well, we're going to talk more with Mermaid Rachel and her free diving stuff next. Stay close.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Dad, what are you doing in there?
I look these fish right in the eye, and they look back at me, and they see right through me. They know who I am, these fish.
Come on, baby, and do the fish. I'm gonna teach it to you right.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. And by the way, if you got last week's show, you heard we had a little, kind of a road trip in honor of Jimmy Buffett. Hit the Gomez Hilton on the way, hung out with Captain Slate, the dive god, Walt DiMartini, even Gomez and Julio. I don't think they made the air, but we definitely saw them at one point. And one thing that did not make the air, because we'd finished up the recording before we went down to Key West. We finished it off in Key West at Margaritaville, raising a glass to the man himself right there in Key West.
That's right.
Rumor is that they're going to change the name of the airport down there in Key West to Jimmy Buffett Airport.
I love it.
And I think it'll be a fitting tribute. And once again, if you haven't checked it out, that new song that they just released from Jimmy Buffett's album coming out, I believe, in November, is called Bubbles Up. And it's basically, the video is going through a virtual scuba dive. And the song's great too. I mean, it has little references to diving, avoid the bends. It's a very positive, uplifting kind of lyric, and a very typical Jimmy Buffett feel-good kind of tune. So check it out, indeed. And there you go. Now, one other question that I know everybody's been wondering today is, where the hell is Vinny Two Tanks?
Oh, I was just thinking that.
I know, weren't you?
Yeah.
You and no one. But regardless, I'll tell you what he's up to. It was not last week, but the week before, we were talking about the scuba diving lobster dog. Remember that?
Yeah.
The Labrador retriever that this guy has trained to dive down off of his boat and grab lobster and bring it back to the surface for him. I think he's down there in West Palm or someplace in South Florida. And we talked about that for the opening of Florida Spiny Lobster season. Vinny was super excited about that, and he is on a quest right now to find a dog to catch California spiny lobster. That's why he's not here today. He's
I hope he has better luck with the dog than he had with the pumpkin.
I hope so too. I do. But I think he is he's bouncing around from kennel to kennel to find a stray that he can train to catch California spiny lobster. So Vinny Two Tanks is on a quest.
He better get a smart dog.
Because California lobster season is opening up here in a couple weeks. And they're opening up 6 hours earlier this year for some reason. I can't figure out why, but for some reason, I don't know if it has to do with the calendar or something, but they're opening up a little bit earlier. They'll giving the California lobster divers, a
head start,
I guess. And then if you have a lobster diving dog, I mean, maybe that's might be his secret weapon that
Is
he hopes.
that legal?
No, I'm sure it's not legal. And plus, you got to train it. So how many dogs he goes through trying to train them to catch lobster? That's what I'm concerned about, and that's why I'm telling the story of Vinny Two Tanks, to be on the lookout for a maniac who's probably
Hey, Greg, I have a
abusing animals
question.
in California. Yes,
Greg?
Casey.
Did anybody explain to Vinny that dog kind of free dives?
No,
So he's not going to put like a weight belt on the dog and send it over the boat.
That's why I'm telling the story, to be on the lookout.
Because California lobster tend to be a little deeper, So
Right.
Yeah, the dog we
Vinny
saw was in
might think
Florida,
it needs some added help with the weight system. but-
Right. Yeah, I mean, legally in California, I don't know if the dog jumps off the boat, catches the lobster.
Is he seriously doing that, or you're joking?
Who gets the lobster? The diver or the dog?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He might have to
I
get
don't
in the
know.
phone booth.
Legally, right.
He might need a bambulance.
I think he needs a bambulance. Ain't no doubt.
Well, actually, I don't think there's a limit on how many lobster your dog can have. So
Well, 7 is the California spiny lobster limit per day, evidently. And I
per
think
day
it's
or per person?
per person.
What if he catches a deer? Then who gets the
Well,
deer, him or the
Per
dog?
person,
Right.
but there's no limit per dog.
Well, I don't know if there is or not. It might. I would guess it would defer to the dog's owner, which like I said, and first off, you got to be able to train the dog to do this, which I would imagine is a very tough.
It's tough enough
thing
to
to do.
train the dog.
Now,
to
for
do
Vinny Two
normal
Tanks,
stuff.
he could. I mean, he thinks he can do anything.
Maybe he's like a savant. Maybe he's like amazing with dogs, and we don't know about it.
Yeah, I mean, savant might be the right word.
Everybody's got to be good at something.
He might be
Okay.
friends with Caesar, the dog whisperer. out there.
Right. Yeah, he's a big Hollywood, dog guy. Yeah. Yeah, Jerry the diver guy has an idea.
You may want to finish your interview with Rachel. She has a plane to catch.
Oh, you got a plane to catch? Well, she wanted to know what was up with Vinny Two Tanks too, so I had to get that covered. But what are you heading out to fly home? Is that it, Rachel, or what? Yeah, I can't hear you.
She's muted. She's just like
She's
Vinny.
muted. There you go. Now talk to me. Go ahead. Yep.
Okay, yeah, so I am headed back home. Fortunately, I was able to get a commercial use authorization, so I'll be the first freediving instructor, freediving specific business to have a commercial use authorization to teach in Lake Mead. So I have some freediving courses this fall, and I'm excited to get some new freedivers into the sport.
Okay. Would that include the ScubaRadio Scuba Squad, or you want to avoid them at all costs, which would be the
Absolutely,
more
come on
prudent
down,
decision?
that'd be
You think?
fun. Yeah, that'd be great. You already
That's
freedive.
cold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cold for them,
sorry.
you mean? Or I mean, look, if you can train
And murky.
if you could train the ScubaRadio Scuba Squad, that'd be pretty much proof that you could train anyone.
And they have dead bodies in it.
What are you talking about? In
Yeah.
Lake Mead?
Yeah.
I think there's actually a bounty. It's like if you find a dead body, fact check me, but
Mhm.
there's actually like an award for finding bodies in
Well,
Lake Mead.
sure. Yeah.
It goes without saying. I think it's a patch.
It's
I
like
think it's a-
catching anaconda in the Keys.
Right.
If you get one, you get a bounty. If
Well,
you
they-
go to Lake Mead and you find somebody,
Yeah, well, there was
hey,
for a while there. They were saying Lake Mead was going to go dry, but now we had a bunch of rain. Is it all bounced back now, or do you even know?
The water levels have definitely gone up.
Yeah.
I came back to seeing like dirt all over a lot of the roads. Apparently there was flooding in
Mhm.
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
But yeah, so not only am I, it's not about dead bodies necessarily, but the Colorado River is absolutely amazing, and you actually do have some pretty good visibility. The last time I was out there, I had like 17 meters viz.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's not bad.
It's not as good as Roatan, but
Right.
It's still pretty good.
Yeah, local diving, you take it what you can get sometimes. Yeah, and that's not bad viz. And look, if you saw a dead body, it's almost Halloween time. That would kind of tie into the season. That would just be a bonus. Look at it that way. It's all how you look at life. Your scuba diving life.
Absolutely.
It makes it
Glass
worthwhile.
is half full.
Yes. See, she gets it. And so but you got a plane you got to catch now, so you got to bail early. Is that the deal?
Yes,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Well,
so I'm
totally
catching my
understand.
flight and headed home.
Well, get on it, and we'll let you go. And Rachel, thanks for checking in, and appreciate the update for sure. And we're going to send some divers
hope to
out
see you
there
guys
to
more
you.
often now.
Yes, of course. And you're going to join us in New Orleans for the DEMA show in November, hopefully.
Ooh.
We'll see.
I will definitely consider it. There's
Okay.
also a free diving competition in Dominica, but
Ooh.
all of
She'll
that
be
sounds
with
really
Simon.
fun. So
Yeah.
if I can do everything, I could. Like if I could just split myself and go a million places, that'd be fantastic.
Yes, well, that's what the multiverse is for. So
I thought the Scuba Magician was for that.
Oh, well, there's that too.
ScubaRadio movie, like part 2,
That's right.
the multiverse.
That's right. See, she's thinking.
It'll be animated.
We've sucked her into our demented world of nonsense. It's just what happens after a period of time. Good stuff. All right, more coming up on the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
I would like to extend to you an invitation to the party.
We're gonna have some fun without a doubt. At the party, scuba party. Now don't stay behind, don't get left out. At the party, scuba party. Now the scuba party is here and it's here to stay. At the party, scuba party. If you want some fun, it's the only way. At the party, scuba party. We're gonna dive in and swim all about, move around just like the top. Now at the party, a big party.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me, Jerry the Diver Guy, Casey the Tobacco Nut, rounding out the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad. All right, and look, there's a piece of gear I want to bring up because it created quite a stir when it launched. I think I started seeing this thing a couple years ago. It was called the Snorkel, which is pretty much, it's a kind of a rip-off of the Spare Air. And the reason it caught a lot of flack online is that I believe it was like manually pumped up or something. They were showing people just jumping in the water and scuba diving without any training. And, because, if you're going to breathe compressed air and you aren't scuba certified, you are asking for serious problems. And they got hammered online. Well, the 2.0 version is out now.
Wait, what is explain it to me.
Well, like our buddies at Spare Air.
Right,
have been
I know
doing
what
this
that
for
is, but
years.
what's the
little mini
Snorkel
pump.
thing?
Well, it's a way to fill the tank. I think they had a little handheld pump before, like you'd pump it up by hand. It's like, okay. But they're showing it as in uses that is more, like applicable not as a safety device, but as like, hey, you want to go scuba diving, want to be able to breathe underwater, take the Snorkel or whatever it's called, and you can go down for like 10 minutes.
It's misleading because
It is.
snorkel, you think you're connected to the surface somehow.
Well, maybe that's it too, right?
How are you getting volume and pressure pumping it by hand?
Well, they've come out with a new version, the 2.0 version, where they have a little battery-operated compressor that will fill this thing for you. So from that standpoint, okay, but the problem where it's gotten a lot of heat is that the way they're promoting it as basically it's, you want to go better than snorkeling? Do this. Well, this is scuba diving. When you start breathing compressed air, now you got all the issues of decompression sickness and things like that, or embolizing. Never hold your breath, as we learn when we learn how to scuba dive, and that seems to be kind of pushed to the side of how they've been promoting this.
It is literally a self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
Well,
I was getting ready to say that. CJ,
and it's not that's not a good way to go about it. But you need to really explain to people, like, look, this isn't for
you
some
need to
schmo.
be safe, just to be safe.
Yeah, get certified on how to use compressed air first before you just go play. You want to be a certified scuba diver before you really use this. And the people at Spare Air, they're really good about using this as a safety device because it also depends on how deep you go too. Now, if you're only going like 10 feet, guess what? You can still embolize. You could still have all kinds of problems very shallow. And that's where that area of people like, oh, well, this will allow me to stay under the boat and be able to do this and that, and it won't be a problem. Well, if you don't know what you're doing, you could very easily hold your breath, take a breath off that thing and hold your breath and go to the surface. You could embolize. It doesn't take much. If you're untrained and not properly certified on scuba and know what you're dealing with. So a lot of people have blasted this thing online. And I want to be clear. I'm not blasting the product itself. I'm a little concerned on how they're promoting it.
Just be safe. It's all about safety.
Yeah, well, or just say, look,
trained.
you should be properly certified, or we have a class you should go through before you use this device out in the world.
You'd think they'd want that for legal reasons, if nothing else.
Well, you'd think, but I think it's, it comes from someplace overseas where maybe the rules aren't as sticky for them.
It comes with directions in 5 different languages.
Yeah. So it's one of these things where they're trying to get as many people to buy it as possible. And it has created, some buzz, I believe, online. It's gotten some attention. But, from people that are in the know, it's not the right kind of attention you should get, because if you encourage people that are just snorkelers and aren't properly trained to use, compressed air, you're asking for trouble. People could really hurt themselves, and we don't want that for anyone. So just be aware of it. I mean, overall, the idea if they just modified the approach a little bit, and made sure that they were a little more focused on the training.
Or a little fine print, so you must be scuba certified before using this product.
Yes. Well, that should be something.
Well, there's a small problem of when you fill a compressed air tank, you have multiple filters to make sure the air's clean and not. And part of this thing shows a bicycle pump.
Well, you're talking about the handheld thing, yeah. But I mean, if you did it outside, that shouldn't be a problem.
One of the things on here.
Yeah, no problem.
So I'm on the snorkel.com, and it says jump in, snorkel like a pro, explore the underwater for up to 12 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's pushing it.
And then you scroll on down here below it. It says explore underwater for up to 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Once again,
these people are going to realize that you're not going to get 3 or 4 minutes on it.
Well, maybe it depends on how deep you go. I mean, if you're only going to be
a lot, depends on the person.
Well, if you're only going to go down like 5 feet, and one of the applications for this kind of thing would be like cleaning the bottom of your boat or unfouling the prop if it got tied up with some rope and stuff like that for a boater, and that's all fine and dandy. But still, even in those situations, you shouldn't really be using these things unless you're properly certified on using compressed air, because even at that shallow depth, you could hold your breath accidentally and embolize. I mean, that it can happen in that shallow water.
The greatest depth, or the greatest change in it in depth, is within 3 feet. So
yeah. So you got to be very careful on how you
hop along right real quick.
Yeah, if you do that improperly, and that's why you get the proper training as a scuba diver, as you should, or they should be, talking about that. And as far as the time, I mean, could someone make it last 12 minutes at 5 feet? Yeah, maybe. But, you get down to, say, like 20, 30 feet. If you get 5 minutes, I think you're pushing it.
I don't like the whole fill it yourself thing, because I wouldn't want to dive on a tank that, I don't know what the hell I'm doing filling a tank. So I would want that professionally filled up by somebody that knows what the hell they're doing.
Well,
I want to know if I can hook that bicycle pump up to my 3,000 PSI tank and fill it. If I Might take a while, but
It'd
a
take a
bicycle pump would be
long
great.
time.
A
Yeah.
decade.
Yeah. But I mean,
your arm will give out way before you get 100
well, that's why
PSI.
the Snorkel 2.0 is an electric compressor. It's a little mini electric compressor. So, I mean, that's not a bad idea. I mean, if it works, I mean, like I said, the functionality of this thing is not terrible. It's just, like I said, it's how they're promoting it and who they're trying to attract, which is, I think, more the general public, not scuba divers. They want to get snorkelers that, hey, you want to go longer underwater and be able to be like a diver but not be a diver? That's kind of what I'm saying.
You want to be?
Well, the other thing is, I hope it doesn't attract people who go cheap and think it's a spare air.
Well, true.
Because
I
it's
agree.
not going to give you anything at, say, 60 feet.
Right. Yeah, there could be some issues there, too. Spare air has been around for,
Right,
at least
but to
30
look
years.
at it looks like a spare air.
Yeah.
It's similar. So somebody's going to go, hey, I don't need a spare air. I can get this $129
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Stick with the spare air. That'd be my advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like them. All right. Well, on that note, we're going to wrap it up till next time. Remember, it's always better where, gang?
Down where it's wetter.
Safe diving, everyone.
The world's first scuba diving show. From Captain Ron to Jock Cousteau. They all love Scuba Radio. On the boat or down below. If you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio. Let's go!
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.